basically trying to keep open as long as possible.
If you signed another 2,000 members, I would have thought, yeah.
Yeah, well, basically, where we are is a student area, so it's like this is the dead season, like, within the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's right. You don't have to explain Brighton dead season to me, mate. I lived in a pub. I know, summer, Christmas.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
But basically, for us, if we want to take over the lease of the venue, we need 14 grand, which we don't have. But the other person who wants to take over the lease probably doesn't have the 14 grand, so we might be able to keep renting it.
Right.
But we just don't know yet. But like we've made enough money to keep it open. We just haven't made enough money to keep it, to pay people.
Right, just keep it on a volunteer basis for now, bro.
That's literally what I'm working out right now. It's like a little volunteer thing.
Obviously, you've got fucking volunteer and it's literally full on volunteer, but I would have thought there's something that you could offer as a, not necessarily drugs
like
at
an
all,
incentive.
yeah, not an incentive, just a thank you, whether it be a free ticket to a different event that you organise or something.
Yeah, well, for me, it's like I'm honestly like finding quite a few people that are like wanting to sort of help me out now because they've seen like how like stressed out and how ill it's made me getting this far. But like there's lots more people wanting to sort of help out. Because at the end of the day, people will only follow you if you lead and they see you doing it, and like that's what people I think see. They don't see me just talking about it; they see me getting on and doing it.
That's what I like about you, mate. Just fucking, just chat. You're a man of action.
Yeah, and like I hate doing like the media shit, but I spoke to the Times and like I hope I didn't fuck up and say anything. But like, they're not using your photos, but I specifically mostly tried to promote Green Pride. And I'm going to try and do the same with the Sun. And we don't want to mention it at our venue, but we just want to mention the fact we have 700 members, which like Teesside in their thing, what I was reading earlier was like, oh, we got 180 members. I was like, nothing, pussy. Like 180 members in like 5 years, and I'm like, well, 5 years of 700. We signed up 200 in 2 months. This Times like guy said to me like, isn't like the sort of mentality.
Scott, can I have that with my sniper?
Oh, 5x.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he basically said, isn't the mentality of like stoner lazy, and I was just like, well, I've been working full-time IT jobs since I was 17. I've been running cannabis clubs since like 1920. I mean, just turned 24. So, if that's lazy,
I have heard of a movement that started up quite recently for stoners to take like a bag for rubbish with you wherever you're going to your smoke spot and tidy up the area. That you go for a smoke, which I quite like. I don't like the stereotype of we're all fucking lazy, bone-eyed.
No, like the Argus, they basically emailed me with like a hit piece saying there was a bunch of rubbish left over, and I emailed them back with footage of us actually cleaning up and leaving the park spotless, and they still released the article saying that we that we had left rubbish everywhere.
You should have given your footage to a different newspaper and have them a fucking media war.
Yeah, well, I sent out a press release to like all the different news places, but like none of them really used it. But at the moment, because of this one article about Teesside in the Telegraph, every news agency wants to talk about it. But they specifically Greg from UKCSC wants to go down the medical route, specifically only that, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. That's not me. Like, at the end of the day, the people who grow the weed are recreational users, people who sell it are recreational users, the people that make the products and do everything tend to be recreational users, sorry to say, but I can't support change that isn't inclusive of all cannabis consumers within the club.
My man. I mean, I'd probably qualify for a medical card anyway, but...
Yeah, I've got like no problem about it. But the thing is, even if it was made legal medical, you probably wouldn't, because you're not a child with fucking epilepsy.
No, because you can get it on prescription now for that exact purpose, but as you're right, it's extreme cases only. I was more talking about if it was a broader spectrum.
Yeah, well, I basically, like, this Times journalist, like I said, but I said, right, you know, after I had to get out of work.
Was he out? Was he
said
out?
that I had to.
Yeah, he's outbound. He's in the wooden hut directly southwest of me.
Yeah.
But this Times journalist, he said, I said, oh, after I had to get out of work, and he said, oh, so what do you do for a job? And I was like, I work in IT at the NHS.
Fucking bullshit, man.
What did they say to that?
I think it's sort of somewhat interested, but like, you follow the cannabis stuff, and do you follow like the UK CSC stuff?
No, well, a page, but it's...
Do you know of Greg DeHote?
No.
He's like the president of the UK CSC, or well, chairman of the UK CSC. He stole my title now. But yeah, like, is it like, me and him don't get along too well anymore.
Oh, what's that? You get on with everyone, bro.
Oh, you know, he basically, when organising like Green Pride this year, because I disagreed with him, he said, oh, is it, I don't believe you have your priorities straight, and I don't like taking orders from a 24-year-old coke fiend. And just went full on personal, and then like, he's now basically barely involved in the club at all. He's pissed off the vice chairman as well.
Right.
Which is what I planned for, because he pissed me off. But he doesn't play workplace politics like me, because he's never worked in an office. I can tell you some Causeway drama if you want.
Oh, go on, hit me with it.
So you know how I use TeamViewer to remote into my home computer?
Yeah.
Brendan pulled me into a meeting after Green Pride and said, it's been brought to my attention that you've been using, some software to remote into your home computer. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then the next sentence was, and also looking at substances. And I was like, no, it doesn't sound like me. Well, it obviously is me, but I obviously denied it. And then the other day, basically I was at work and James was looking through my drawers in my area, and Ollie asked him, Airy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then basically like Adrian messaged him being like, is he in trouble? And then Ollie was like, what are you doing? And he just said, can't say. So as soon as I went into work that day, I basically, I said, oh yeah, I heard you were looking through my drawers the other day. What were you looking for? And he said, C was still connected to the network, so I was just checking to see if it was over there, even though I have my desks, and it's obviously not going to be in my bottom fucking drawer, is it?
No.
So I emailed Brendan being like, I believe my, I just want to know if I'm under any sort of investigation, because I believe my drawers were looked through. And he just replied saying, is it your old PC was apparently connected to the network. You've been told to not to remote into non-NHS assets. I don't believe your drawers were looked through, but I believe nothing was taken. And I was just like, bullshit.
Why? I don't really know what to say to that, mate. I didn't think like that. I know he's...
James talks to me about cannabis legalization all the time, but it's I think from above James.
Yeah, but who do you reckon complained about you remoting in?
Well, I've been trying to figure out, because I don't know whether it was that I was doing like club stuff, but I was in the dark now.
Unless do you reckon someone was physically remoting into your machine?
Well, I tried using TeamViewer the other fucking week, and it literally started closing itself.
Yeah, they would have banned that on the network, mate.
So I'm thinking,
or your specific machine.
Well, basically with the remote desktop software, it's got privacy mode, so you have to accept remote desktop connection. But yeah, I don't know. But that guy you thought was a dick when you spoke to him on the phone, right?
Yeah.
I made him cry.
Good.
Basically, because he ratted Adrian out for being late on his breaks. And so Adrian sent an apology email to all the people in the break group, and I thought we were all friends. And this guy, I sorted him out with weed and stuff. I thought we were friends, and then I replied to Adrian's email being like, "Seems like there's a cunt somewhere, cunt all in capitals." And he went and told Brendan, and then started crying.
Aye.
And I was just like, "Wow, I don't think I've ever made someone cry before."
I've made a couple of people cry. So you've got a new Paul Roberts in the office then?
And then basically, yeah, so Brendan, I've never heard him raise his voice so much before. He was not happy with me.